G'day, everybody. Hope you're well. Oh, gee whiz. First things first. Big Merry Christmas to everybody. It's that time of year, and it's the 22nd of December. Are you kidding me? Absolutely crazy how fast this year has gone. And the year has been absolutely crazy as well. Now, before I get started in this, of course, I wanted to come to what Jeff has put up. And I want to tell you, Jeff, that I very much appreciate this. Very much. You don't know how much I appreciate it. You've said, the way YouTube works, crypto content creators seem incentivized to tell us that crypto is going to the moon all day, every day. Just want to say thanks for turning up every week and just being straight. Well, thank you, mate, because it's those little things, those little comments, those messages that I do receive. They really do make a big difference. Oh, and a nice follow-up there from Jeff saying, also, can you clean my pool? I think in relation to my glorious mustache. Lock up your wife, Jeff. Uh-oh. G'day, Donna. G'day, Winston. I'm feeling a bit cooked right now. Got out in the boat yesterday afternoon when I heard there was a hot bite of kingfish. Got there a bit late, raised the cup until about 90 centimetres. Couldn't get them to take a plastic. Got a few little snapper and little kings and bits and bobs and a nice blue mow on. Got out there again this morning. Oh, I'm pretty tired. That overcast weather, you know. When it's overcast, you put sun cream on later. I'm feeling it radiate through my body. But apparently vitamin D is good, so I'll take it. Got about 5 or 6 kings today. Dropped a snapper at the boat and a nice blue mow on. Back here by about 1. Merry Christmas to all. So yeah, feeling a little bit cooked. Okay, I don't tell you where, Ash. I know where they're biting. They're up where you are, mate. Okay, so this is a Bybit watch list video. As you'll see in my watch list here, there is not a great deal, but we'll also have a look at the top 10. If you haven't already opened up your account with Bybit, you do still have time to get a bonus. So go ahead and click on the link, which is now in your chat or in your comment section. Please do that if you would like to trade with Bybit. Okay. Oh, well, look, Ash, I didn't have to walk the plank, mate. I'm the skipper, so it's all good. I will say one thing. I was fishing with Reese, and I made Reese go back and grab the landing net from where I am today. It's in my garage. And he said, oh, do you want me to get the net? And I went, nah, don't worry. Oh, sorry, that's not how it went. I said, Reese, grab the net. And he said, nah, don't worry. So it's his fault. No, not his fault. Not a big deal. It was a good morning, though. Really fun morning. The wind was up early. It shouldn't have been, but so it is. Okay, anyway, to our market. Now, for those of you that are members in my community, you would have heard me do a video yesterday suggesting that I'm starting to see a little bit of weakness in the selling pressure on Bitcoin. As we saw, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But look at how it was exhausted on those sell-offs. Now, the buying has not come back in a great way after any of these sell-offs. And what I'd like to see is more than 3 days of upward momentum. Sure, this day here was only down 0.37%, but it was a down day. What we've seen is down, up a couple of days, then down, up a couple, down. 3 days is the most we've done, once, twice, and away, like marbles. I'd like to see us continue on this move and really to get up through a couple of levels, and I'll show them to you right now. Oh, Harry, well, I haven't switched from FTX. We're doing stuff with another platform as well. So, yeah. Variety. I do have many different trading accounts, just so you are aware. So what I want to see is this level this level that we see here. If I go to the 12-hour, say, you'll see that this is a higher low here, and there is a higher high from this little point here, right? That's our uptrend. But before we can really before Bitcoin can extend itself, we need to get through this point. We need to really start to move from here. We need to get above that round number of 50,000. And for that to happen, we need to break that bloody level, don't we? We haven't yet. So therefore, I am waiting to see how we react to that. Will we see the afternoon into the evening session sell off and therefore create a day down here where we've gone up 2 days and then down again? I don't know. I really don't know. With a market that's like this and relatively sideways, it is much more difficult to call. However, it is nice to have seen Bitcoin up 26% yesterday. Not going to lie, it is good to see. I want to see above 50. I want to see some momentum come in so that we can actually sink our teeth into it. Across the top 10, we've got very much similar markets. Ethereum also a little bit messy. If we can break up through the high there of 39.52, 4,116, my bad. Then we'll have a higher low and a higher high. Need that to occur. A little bit of resistance through here, but it's not precise enough for me. XRP's had a good move, and it's running away quite nicely, as you can see. I'll take you now to my watch list because there's a bit of a mixed bag, and I want to show you what's on the cards. Okay, so here we have LUNA USDT perpetual contract. Bit of a bummer, eh? Bit of a bummer here. I'll tell you why it's a bit of a bummer. I see this candle here. With regards to Bybit's data, there isn't a great deal there. However, we can clearly see a higher low, a higher high, and a pullback for a potential higher low again. We saw a bullish candle. Now, that candle wasn't so small, but it wasn't massive either. You look at that candle and you go, okay, wow, it's 20%. But 20% on a 3-day candle in a strong trend where a 3-day move can be 28%, 25%, as you can see, 24%, and at this point, 12% over the last 3 days wasn't so bad. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for that. I missed that. But you can see there's definitely momentum carrying through here, and that's why it's of interest to me. Now, of course, many of you will have gone through the Bybit 4-part series that teaches you the Cradle course, as well as many of you will have done my Become a Master course. If you haven't, that's cool. There is a free course on TRADERCOBB.com called Become a Trader. BAT. Go get that. Doesn't cost you anything. You got holidays coming up, I hope. Give it a go. So the 4-hour higher lows. We've got higher lows, higher highs. We're trending quite nicely. Jump to the 2. And it's a little bit messier on the 2. Little pullback in here. But what I'm liking is this sheer momentum that this is carrying. Now, I think you'll be pretty hard pressed to try and find a market out there at the moment that goes from the 3-day, even the weekly, with an uptrend and has had such a strong run. Let's give some perspective to that run from the low to where it is here. That's a mighty move, 76%. Let's compare that over that, from the 14th of December. Compare that to Bitcoin. There we are. Nada. Right? So LUNA has momentum. There is no doubt about that. LUNA is strong. There is no doubt about that. LUNA also has a trend. So I'll pull back into the cradle zone, maybe just what the doctor ordered, and then hopefully we can blast through and get ourselves through $100. So that's one that I am stalking. Snow here, -15, no fishing. Well, actually, you know what? I was speaking to Reese today as we were fishing yesterday afternoon. We caught a heap of slimy mackerel. Now, I've seen some of your posts and a few others over in the... actually, it might not be you, Ted, sorry. In the UK, when they're catching their mackerel, they were thick everywhere. So I don't think it was you. Or maybe it was you, Ted. You got the stripes. Like you call them... in the UK, they call them mackerel. In Europe, they call them mackerel. Yeah, load it up. Just use it for bait. Sorry. Anyway, Phantom. I digress. Okay, so Phantom's a bit interesting here. As well. Why? Well, we could have a higher low to higher high. It's only just broken through by a bee's whisker. I want to see it do more than what it has thus far. Nothing much there on the weekly, but as you can see, there is the potential for a higher low. I would like to see a bit of a move here, a bit more strength. Before that strength comes in, hopefully, we get an opportunity to enter that trend. Now, whilst it's running very, very hard, it's very difficult at the same time to pick a trend. Because I'll tell you what, you know the rules for the cradle. There is no uptrend on the 4-hour, so therefore it rules out the 2-hour. Yes, there's a little wee pullback here, but let's go to the 1. The 1-hour has a clear pullback, very clear. There's a pullback here, high, high, pullback, higher low, higher high. So it's the 1-hour that I'm keeping my eyes peeled on Phantom at the moment. I will entertain the prospect of lower time frames pulling back like the half-hour as well. For the time being, my focus is on momentum, hence why LUNA is in here, and Phantom. So that's another one that's in the list. And finally on my list, and it's not a big list today, because there's not a great deal that really has ticked a lot of boxes for me. We've got XRP, and over the 5 days, the last 5 days, it's actually a pretty decent little move. 21%, nothing to be sneezed at. I mean, it's a pretty ugly looking chart, let's be honest. The weekly doesn't add any value at all. The daily, A little higher low, higher high. Yeah, I'll take that. But if we go up here and hit that 4, there's a clear pullback, a clear move on. Another pullback in for a cradle, I'd have to consider that. I'd have to be serious about my prospects there. If I look at the 8, we do have a higher low here and a higher high. So the 4 to the 8, it works. Let's check the 2. The 2 also works. Little higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. It's just a matter now of waiting to see where and if we pull back. Now, if we don't, and we get good cyclicity on this 15. Now, I like moves that does this. Pull back, move up. Pull back, move up, pull back. I want to see it nice and clean, though. Right now, we've moved up, pulled back, moved up, pulled back. Get moving. If we can kick on through there on XRP on the 15, I'm happy to trade it. And Terry, Merry Christmas to you too, my friend. So not a huge amount out there. However, it can be spoken that we are seeing a little bit more buying activity. Has it made me more bullish? Well, naturally, yeah. I'm looking at uptrends again. Warranted. It's not a great deal. But it would be very, very welcome to see Bitcoin continue to print some moves to the upside. If we can get above 50,000 and close above it over on this particular candle, it will be a very good thing because we'll have strung together 3 more days, and that means only 1 more day to get 4, which we have not seen for a long time. There's not been 4 up candles or positive candles since we had that bounce and a really strong move. So fingers crossed that we get there. If I don't get to speak to you before Christmas, I want you to know this. It can be a difficult time for a lot of people, and whilst we might be merry and joyful, we need to be aware of those around us. And if there is any way, shape or form that you can give back, whether it be to a charity, whether it be, through just being super kind to somebody or anything, just anything. If there's anything that you can do to help brighten up somebody's day, don't forget you never know what they're going through at the time, and they never know what you're going through at the time. But if you're okay and you're getting through things, and if you've had some success especially, give. Now, I do that throughout the year. I don't talk about it because for me, giving, it's between me and the person or the charity or whoever I'm giving to. Always lead with a kind heart. Always be kind. Always respect other people's views and opinions, because when we get into an echo chamber, we can't learn anymore. And for those out there that don't willingly listen and participate in conversation and try to shut people down, your learning stops. Try and have an open mind. Try and be kind, listen, hear. And the reason I bring this up is that we're going to have some Christmas lunches or dinners or whatever you do around the table. And there's going to be some clashes. I am sure it has been a wild year. Be open-minded. Don't be the antagonist. Don't be the person who fights. Be the kind one. You know who you are. Believe in what you're doing and listen to other people. Spread love. Have a fantastic Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. If I don't speak to you before, thank you for all of your support throughout this year. It has been a very trying year for us all, and you bring me a lot of joy. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Adios.